Trump is coming back to the UK. No other US president has received the invitation to a second state visit apart from Donald Trump.
This is really special. This has never happened before.
Trump and his wife will be welcomed for a 3-day visit from Tuesday till Thursday. He was previously hosted by the late Queen on a state visit during his first term in office in 2019, in what Prime Minister Keir Starmer described as a tremendous success.
His Majesty the King wants to make this even better than that, so this is truly historic.
So, what is a state visit? What can we expect Trump to be doing while he's here? And who might be attending? State visits are ceremonial meetings between heads of state and are used to honour friendly nations. King Charles formally issues the invitation for a state visit, but does so on the advice of the government.
This room is full of mirrors. Where would you
like us?
It's not conventional for US presidents serving a second term to receive an invitation for a second state visit. Instead, they may be invited to tea or lunch with the monarch, as was the case with former presidents Barack Obama and George W. Bush. But state visits are often used by British governments to use the royal family's soft power influence to get on side with leaders the UK wants to get closer to. So, what will happen during Trump's royal return? The royal household has confirmed that President Trump and the First Lady Melania will stay at Windsor Castle instead of the traditional Buckingham Palace, which is under maintenance. The President and the First Lady will receive a ceremonial welcome from the royal family, a royal salute, a carriage procession through the Windsor estate towards the castle, and lunch. In the afternoon, Trump and Melania will be invited to visit St George's Chapel to lay a wreath on the tomb of Queen Elizabeth II. Later, there'll be a flypast, and no state visit is complete without a state banquet where both the King and the President will deliver a speech. On Thursday, the President will make his way to Chequers to meet with the Prime Minister. He'll later be joined by the First Lady. State visits also often include a speech to Parliament by the visiting leader. However, the visit takes place while the House of Commons is in recess for the annual party conference season. This means the possibility of Trump addressing Parliament is unlikely. Trump was blocked from addressing Parliament during his previous state visit by Speaker of the House of Commons, which at the time was John Bercow.
After the imposition of the migrant ban by President Trump, I am even more strongly opposed to an address by President Trump in Westminster Hall.
Who will be in attendance? State visits are usually attended by senior royals such as the Prince and Princess of Wales. When French President Emmanuel Macron and his wife Brigitte were hosted by the King in Windsor in July, senior royals were in attendance as well as senior cabinet ministers and the Prime Minister. Leaders of the biggest rival political parties have also been invited. However, only Conservative leader Kemi Badenoch will attend because Liberal Democrats leader Sir Ed Davey has decided to boycott the event.
Knowing that Donald Trump is the one person in the world who has the influence to stop all this through calling Netanyahu, through calling Qatar, who can influence Hamas, I wanted to ensure that this was part of the debate. And having been to state banquets in the past, you don't get a chance to speak to the visiting head of state.
Hello there, hello.
The royal household has confirmed that the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh will be abroad on royal duties during the state visit. It's been reported that Trump may be accompanied by some of the tech bros of Silicon Valley as part of his entourage. The bosses of the world's biggest AI companies, including OpenAI's Sam Altman and the chief executive of Nvidia, Jensen Huang, as well as Apple's Tim Cook, could join Trump for his visit. What vehicles will President Trump bring to the UK? The President is expected to arrive in the UK via his plane, Air Force One. It's a secret how Trump will travel while he's here, but often when abroad, several cargo planes will go ahead of the President to carry vehicles which may be used during his visit, including his armoured limousine named the Beast. During his state visit in 2019, a motorcade and helicopters accompanied Trump. With Trump residing in Windsor for 3 days, a 24-hour police operation will be in place in the Berkshire town. this may not be music to the ears of residents, given how much chaos Vice President J.D. Vance's trip to the Cotswolds caused this summer.
It's just not normal. It is totally abnormal. It's like a sort of little mini police state.
Police have said drones will act as an eye in the sky over Windsor and airspace will be restricted from Tuesday until Thursday. Police in Trump's 2019 state visit cost almost $3.5 million, which is just short of 4.5 million quid today. But the invitation has been met with some protests. Anti-Trump campaigners are set to stage a mass demonstration on the day of Trump's arrival. You might remember these protests during Trump's first state visit, where a 20-foot Trump baby blimp flew over Parliament Square. Will the state visit pay off? President Trump is a known fan of the British royal family and will no doubt relish a second opportunity to soak up the lavish hospitality of a state visit.
Well, I was invited by the King and by the country, great country, they're going to do a second, as you know, a second fest. And that's what it is, it's a fest, and it's beautiful.
But for Prime Minister Starmer, this visit is all about diplomacy and staying in favour with the world's most unpredictable leader. Keeping relations on the cosy side with Trump appears to have paid off so far, with the UK avoiding some of his most damaging global trade tariffs. Starmer will be hoping to make further progress towards a full free trade deal with Trump during his visit, but he's under far more pressure to use his influence for other means. Trump is regarded as the key power player when it comes to the world's two biggest conflicts, so it's likely Starmer will want to push him to deliver further support for Ukraine and put more pressure on Israel over the dire humanitarian crisis in Gaza. Only time will tell as to whether the softly strategy will work, but as Starmer told Sir Ed Davey at PMQs, the best way to influence Trump is to be in the room with him.